Very special guest with me today. Of course, joining us as always is going to be Garrett and Thunderbrush, but I got in myself a new special friend.
Yeah.
His name is Alex.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about what you do here.
Great to meet you guys. So I am Kilgoon on Reddit and Twitter. You may have seen me make some posts recently. I am the brand director for Evil Mojo, so I do all of the marketing and product placement, businessy kind of stuff.
Business.
Yes, business.
Number 4.
He handles the business.
Serious business. I've been in high-res for about 3 years now. I've been doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes, and really excited to kind of be a little more forward-facing now. And,
Hell yeah.
Glad to have you.
Yeah.
Absolutely glad to have you. Let's hop right into the first thing on our docket today, guys. It's a new TDM map that is a little bit themed that you might actually recognize.
Yeah, we're bringing back the Warders theme from the Dragon's Call map. So we're coming to the top of a giant mountain bluff, which is an arena.
That's such
that
a
the
cool
Warders,
theme, man.
Yeah, the Warders use this place to learn how to tame dragons through arcane arts.
Beautiful. Talk a little
Look
bit
at
about,
that
I'm seeing
dragon,
a lot
man.
of things on the ground as I fly through here, Garrett. What's going on with this map?
Well, from a gameplay kind of standpoint, it does some cool takes on the TDM formula. So typically your TDM maps are kind of vaguely circular, and in the center of this one, there is a house that you occupy, right? And within this house, there is a ultimate buff.
I see it in there.
This is it's something you might have seen from our other TDM matches,
Yeah.
and it being central to this location has some really interesting gameplay factors because in the center you have a vantage point that you can look out and see around you, and you're also defended against. However, you're also in a kind of small space, enclosed space, so AoE attacks are very advantageous against you.
That is true.
But it creates a really interesting kind of gameplay dynamic that isn't present on other TDM maps. It's also absolutely stunning and beautiful.
Yeah, I love that theme, man.
Yeah.
Our team slated.
I think the last couple of maps we've put out have just been incredible, and we really want to just keep raising the quality bar and everything we put out. So hopefully this is kind of a benchmark.
This is awesome, man. Dope stuff here. This is the newest TDM map. But Garrett, I've had a lot of TDM maps. I've had a lot of, event maps for fun little things like a Dragon Ball and
What are you getting at?
climbing towers.
What are you hitting at?
I cast a lot of Siege, Garrett. You might say that's the only thing that I cast over. And when am I going to expect to see another couple of Siege maps?
Soon. And you're going to be able to play some new Siege maps this patch as well.
And we're going to get to that actually a little bit later in this show. So,
But these Siege maps are a lot of fun. And do you want to talk about the context of them, I guess, at the later time, or shall we?
I mean, we can kind of hint at it, I guess, a little bit.
Test maps.
Yeah, test maps are making a return, but we have some more to show about those a little bit later.
Beautiful stuff.
And we do have some fully arted out Siege maps that are in production, and we'll be adding more Siege maps to the realm very soon.
I hope we get one with this art set. This is that new TDM map. You can see that's the little jump pad right there. That'll
We love
get
to
you
make you happy.
A
Nick.
little teaser.
We love to make you
I'll say it's not entirely dissimilar.
Okay. Beautiful. I love to hear that.
Look at
as
that
well.
vista.
I'm trying to
the
pry these
water.
little teasers away from our developers for you guys, so you know what's coming, you know what to expect there. That little jump pack, that'll actually take you pretty much right into
the house.
into that tower.
But be wary. There is also a jump pad that the other team starts behind opposite of you. So at the start of the match, if you choose to take that route, then it's just this like assembly line of players running smack dab into
Jump
each
pad
other.
or no balls is what you're saying.
Exactly.
Yeah, there he goes.
Catch me in the house in the middle, guys. We're fighting over that ultimate charge. I'm going to pop the ultimate off first. I'll see you guys all there. So we've got a couple of new Siege maps coming. Obviously, that TDM map looks incredible. Love that art set. Love all the gameplay elements as well. Let's move on to some updates and new features. The first one on our docket for this section of the patch notes is going to be a sky visual rework.
Yes, the long-awaited Sky rework. So we basically wanted to take Sky and bring her old character model kind of up to our modern Paladins art standard. And along the way, we got some really wonderful community feedback, in particular with her hairstyle along the way. So we kind of brought back Sky's OG hairstyle, if you will, and brought it alongside the new body. And the new aesthetic really kind of hints at her and Koga having similar training backgrounds as ninja assassins.
She looks great, man.
She does. I'm digging that crossbow. Now you really know what that is.
What it is.
There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
It's not just I'm pointing my arm at you. It's
It's a very thick
Not a potato
bracelet.
cannon.
I love it. There she is with the little whip around for us. Beautiful stuff there. And there is a kind of, a lot of recolors and things like that also come along with this rework.
Yeah. So with the rework, we're going to have a recolor option.
Okay.
Now, bear with me here. So a recolor is sort of a red treatment on the new body.
Sure.
With the newer hairstyle we originally proposed for the base purple. But
Okay.
instead we moved the new hairstyle to only the recolor option. Sky also has our new modern standard for mastery skins, the gold skins.
Gotcha.
I forgot.
Yeah, and the gold, the gold skin matches the base purple, so it's the new body with the old hair. Although the gold mastery
that
is
weapon looks so
recolored.
good. Yeah, I think really when you see
Has her hair always moved like that? Like,
Yes.
as like, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
We
Maybe it's
have
just
made
'cause
some polish updates.
I was
here
gonna
and
say, it
there.
looks like it looks different to me. I don't know.
Nick,
it
you
looks
gotta
better.
play more Sky.
I don't play a lot of Sky, I'll be honest.
But she
Maybe it's
looks-
because I only
she
see her
looks
in first
amazing.
person.
Yeah, and I think in the context of this real fantasy map,
Yeah.
you can see the difference that having a truly fantasy-inspired Sky
Yes, feels
makes
better.
versus the old kind of
Yeah.
random assassin who
Yeah.
happened to be in our game. So
God, I love that weapon.
I love that weapon. It's great. Yeah.
Yeah,
That is really,
weapon
really
came out awesome.
superb.
It's also worth noting the original Sky is still available in the game as a variant for 1 gold.
Okay.
Yep.
Kind of like how I think Barrack has that, and I think
Precisely.
Ruckus has that as
Yeah.
well.
So it's 1 gold for the duration of patch or update 1.8,
Gotcha.
and then I think it'll be
Rare
raised
skin.
to the regular recolor price after that.
So anything you want, any way you want your Sky.
Take it all.
You want
That's
your
the way
Sky,
you
we
need
got
it.
You get a Sky. Yeah.
I love it, man. I love it. So let's move right on along. You mentioned our gold skin treatment. A couple of new champions are going to be getting their gold skins in this patch. First one on the list
Yep.
is one very near and dear to my heart, Grover, and I can't wait to see what this one looks like.
He is a
looks-
shiny
He is
tree.
a golden tree.
Yes.
Very, very golden. The most
So are the-
expensive tree ever.
The most expensive tree found only in Leon's garden in the Ico
Precisely.
Oh,
Palace.
there we
Precisely.
go.
There it is, guys. There. Wow.
That's awesome, Yarn.
Yeah.
That's the first time I've seen that. That looks great.
Yeah.
I play
He's
a lot
menacing.
of Grover.
He is
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah, Grover's a big boy. Big tree.
He's a
Damn.
large tree.
Sometimes you lose sight of it.
That woodsman is not going to be able to chop down. I don't know what he was thinking,
Gonna
man.
need a sharper axe.
Yeah.
He's like, hey there,
Let's talk about it.
my
Let's talk this
guy.
out.
The other thing that I think is really great about these golden skins too is that they're taking advantage of our new metal technology that we implemented in was the last update, right? 1.7, 1.6.
Yeah.
1.6.
Guys, I
is
gotta
when we
actually
start
put it on pause for a real quick moment. We're gonna take a quick little break, get a couple of issues sorted out on our end, and then we'll be right back with the Remix 1.8 update showcase.
Keep moving, I can feel your blood. Keep flowing, do it one more time, and then we do it again. I let you in under my skin. Oh, hey. So put your body on my body now. I can feel it coming like a lightning in the sky. Put your body on my body now. I can feel it coming like a lightning in the sky. Body on my body now. I can feel it coming like a lightning in the sky. Body on my body now. I can feel it coming like a lightning in the sky. Let you in under my skin. Let you in under my. Let you in under my skin. Let you in under my.
It would be the 1.8 Remix showcase without a little record scratch here or there.
Improv.
We got to get right back into it now. We're flowing freely, guys. We left off on the Grover Mastery skin, the golden update, that beautiful, glorious splash art. There it is. The tree so big, he may just crash your stream. You never know. It's just too much gold to push through these
gold.
fiber optics
Yeah.
here at Skillshot Media. That's a lot of gold, and that poor man simply has made a big mistake. Here it is in
I thought we got the
game,
Grover
though,
crash bugs, but
and it
apparently-
looks arguably more bougie. I mean, look at that bad boy.
Yeah. No,
can-
it looks amazing.
You can, on a sunny map, you might actually be able to blind your opponents with all
Yeah.
that sheen.
Just fabulous.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Probably. I mean, Grover's got some good ones for sure, but it's definitely good to mix and match. And this is looking like a winner for me, at least for a couple of months. Till maybe I get something else. I don't know what you got cooking up over there, Thunderbrush, but I love it. Ash as well will be receiving similar treatment. And this is going to be a cool one because she's got a very, very ornate kind of armor. A lot of nooks and crannies in there to kind of get after.
Just a ton.
Does it take a lot longer to do like an Ash golden thing than it is to do like a Grover where he's just kind of like, I'm a tree, I have bark, and it's pretty smooth and no. Whereas you got a lot of nooks and crannies to paint.
Trade secrets.
Tree secrets.
I'll go tree secrets.
Yeah.
No,
Dude, these look so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The armor looks like really, really shiny. I love that.
Super pristine. Our new metals are really just, no pun intended, but really shining in the game.
She took a trip to
Actually, pun
the
intended.
Ruby Palace, and
There it is.
Leon and Kong kind of blinged her out.
They
on
decked
her
her
War
out.
Machine armor.
So this is
right.
the kind of thing you can expect when you fight for the Magistrate, I
Exactly.
suppose.
Yeah. Magistrate gets all the good stuff.
Love it. Beautiful stuff there. I believe that does it for our mastery skins this patch. Next thing up on our golden list of new updates here is a rework to the daily login bonus. So it's not going away per se.
Yeah, the login bonuses are not going away, but the reset is. So if you are a Redditor, you may have seen my post, which someone gave me Reddit Gold for, and I appreciate that. But what we have done is we have done away with the 14-day reset on daily login bonuses. So now when you log in, every day you're just going to get your next bonus. After 7 days of logging in, they don't have to be consecutive, just any 7 days. Then it'll reset back at day one. Super easy, way more player friendly. You know, it was a difficult system to maintain from our side in the back end, and players didn't like it. So we sat down and asked ourselves why we were doing it, and we decided we should just not do that anymore.
Beautiful.
So hopefully players like this and spend their new free crystals on all the cool stuff that we're announcing today.
A lot of cool stuff.
Love it, man. Love it. Also, frustration removal here is the gold cap is going bye-bye.
Yeah, so this dates back to a patch that shall not be named, I believe.
Understood.
And at that time, we put in a limit on the amount of gold that you could earn in a day just by playing your games. This is another thing that really frustrated players. A lot of players may not even know that it exists because you have to play quite a bit or else be playing during a triple
Event
gold
or something like
weekend
that,
or something like that. But our thought is if you're playing, you should get the gold for it.
Yeah.
So we're just taking away the cap, and now you'll get whatever gold you get in a day.
Love it, love it. So our next thing up on our list is actually pretty cool. It's gyro and PS4 motion controls, and I have my little handy dandy controller here. Garrett showed me kind of what this is. So basically, it's a way for you to have just sort of like a feely control over it. So you can, like, what I was doing with it was I was using my sticks to do like my big motions, but my sort of like little micro adjustments and little flicks and stuff like that. He put me on Strix and we were basically hitting flicks. So you can control your cursor physically, your crosshair in game by moving the controller. And this is only for the gyro controls on the Switch, as well as the motion controls on the PS4. So I believe we are ready. Garrett is actually going to give us a special and a more practiced demo of these skills.
Yeah,
Garrett,
it's really cool, guys.
show us the magic.
And before I kind of jump on the sticks, like the potential for this, I think is really huge. To all of my players that know what using gyro controls feels like I don't have to do any explaining to you.
It's awesome.
Our controls have been kind of formatted. We've reviewed them with people in the industry, and it feels really good. For my players that haven't tried gyro, I would recommend you try it. It's gonna feel new, it's gonna feel different, and it's also not gonna be the same muscle memory that you've experienced in all your years gaming on a controller previously. However, the potential for control is greater. If you think about it, the range of motion present in your wrists and stability, controllability far outclasses that of like these little nubby thumbs on some sticks. So if you can use both in tandem, your potential, I believe, is greater. So let's give a little bit demo here.
Why don't you skip
It's
the other
right.
way?
It's literally right behind me. Okay, I'm gonna need to see. Ugh. Okay, so this motion everyone is really familiar with. Like
You can
these
scooch
are-
if you want. You can
these
just
are
take it back with you, sit back.
Well, I'm worried about the mic because I like to talk. I'm a blabbermouth. So this is the motion everyone is familiar with, right? You got your two sticks going up and down, and then so gyro is enabled currently. So it's directly, like we were saying, connected to the motion of your controller mix that controls your camera in game. So what that allows you to do is move rapidly in such a way that the sticks just aren't going to be able to do. Like physically, you can't.
It feels like playing a little bit more with like a mouse in a way, I think.
Absolutely. And that's the relationship is that the mouse offers you more speed and control with finer movements because, like I said,
It just tracks your wrist
easier to
movement.
stop on a dime.
thumbsticks are not exactly the greatest thing. So I can be here, right, and then I can just flick to any location. And not only is like, so yes, you can do it while shooting too. I can also move. Like my hand isn't even on the right stick right now. I'm doing this all by just the way my controller moves.
What a legend.
And
He
there's
doesn't miss a shot.
yeah. So there is also a really cool thing that only works, by the way, if you have gyro controlled. Standard controllers will not be able to do this. But there is a scenario that a lot of players can sometimes get when your sticks are overextended because you're also, but what we've done is designed around it and built a feature in that goes like this. So
Wow.
there's you can reset your camera. You can't do this a lot. There's a cooldown on it just because we don't want you to be able to abuse it. But the potential gyro offers is really huge, and if you're competitively minded, I definitely recommend you give it a try. If you're casually minded, I definitely recommend you give it a try. And if you just like to hit more shots, I definitely recommend you give it a try. And again, I caution, it's gonna feel weird at first because all of us, myself included, since day one of Garrett sitting down in front of the Saturday morning cartoons and be like, no, I want to play video games instead. I've only been using the sticks. So give it a shot, guys. It's really cool, and we're really happy to bring it to these platforms.
Yeah, and bringing it to PS4, I think, is a major accomplishment for us. So as far as we are aware, and somebody in Twitch chat may correct us, we are the first multiplayer game to offer gyro controls on PlayStation 4.
Wow, look at you.
Yeah, so you know, a lot of people forget that the DualShock 4 has gyros in it, and they're actually really good. And
Very cool.
in our playtesting, it feels just as good as Switch if you've played any of the other gyro shooters on Switch before. So, yeah, really excited to bring it to PlayStation 4 and introduce that whole community to gyro controls.
That is awesome, and I definitely want to echo kind of what you said. Obviously it's not going to feel natural to everyone. You know, picture your mom or your dad sitting there with the sticks for the first time. It's basically you got to go through that, right? You got to fight that pain a little bit to really get. You got to give it a good shot, I think, with this type of thing. You got to get used to this because I sat there with it and obviously it didn't really feel natural the first couple of minutes, but you start to get in the swing of it. You start to use the sticks and the motion controls a little bit, and it started to feel good. You can definitely feel that potential there.
Finding the marriage in between the two is really the sweet spot. And I demonstrated Strix, which is kind of just like you want to snap and like flick and fire. Also for tracking, it helps a lot because you'll use your sticks to broadly get on a target, and then your wrist can then kind of minutely direct it like up to the head or just edge it that much farther forward as your target moves.
I love it.
One interesting thing about this that applies to our PC users as well is that with this patch, we are adding PS4 controller support to the PC version.
There you go.
So you'll be able to, if you have a PS4 controller and a PC, you'll be able to try it there as well.
Love it. Awesome. So we're going to move along to something you guys kind of whispered about earlier, but now we're ready to kind of hop headlong into it, and that is the return of the test map queue.
Yeah, really happy to be able to bring this back for you guys, and we're doing it in a big fashion. So typically we used to release test maps like one a patch.
Yeah.
This patch, we've brought you 3 brand new test maps that are all siege maps. For those of my players that are new to this concept, what this means basically is like in the dev environment, we're always testing new layouts, how it works with all of our characters and their builds. And so it's a simplified version. This is not a map that's arted. This is not going to be shipped like this. However, what this does is represents to the developer is a means to get feedback on the flow, how the players interact in our product, and ways for you to experience these things before they're fully arted up and give us feedback on them. So the 3 maps you saw, Arid at the start, Arid 2, excuse me, and then Hangar 18, and then the final one is Rush. All of these try and do some different things with the siege format in terms of spacing, corridors, internal versus external areas, interesting things with the push path, specifically on Rush, I think has some interesting takes. And we're really excited to be able to bring this to you. And the way you're going to access this is these are going to be in quick play, not default selected on though. So if you want to test these out, guys, go in your quick play settings and then just check that box.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and this has been a big community request. Bring back test maps. Bring back test maps.
Quite a while.
Excuse me. So it's exciting that we're able to do that here.
Love it. I'm a big test map guy. I play a lot of the test maps. I always like to get in there and because it's new, man. It feels fresh. I'm a guy. I'm not a big art guy as much as I love our art and as much as you guys kill it every
it's
single
okay.
patch.
It's okay.
It's because I can't do it. I'm just my appreciation is limited for it, but I do enjoy and I do happy to have these back kind of in the queue, in the rotation and stuff like that. Just because I want to get in there, I want to play it, I want to experience it. And you guys, I think we used to do like a survey, right? So leave your feedback kind of on these maps, which ones you like, what you like about it, what you don't like about it. But just glad to have them back in general. That's all 3 maps. They are not shipping that way, like you said, but they are all siege maps, and that's really fun. That's really exciting. Next thing up on our docket today is gifting.
Oh yes.
Tell me a little bit about gifting.
It's the
How can
time
I give
of
the gift
giving.
of Paladins?
The holidays are rolling around, and we wanted to gift our players the opportunity to gift themselves.
Okay. Or gift each other.
Yeah.
If they're friends.
Just-
Gift
yeah.
others.
You can't gift yourself.
You can't gift yourself. You can, but giving a gift is
Maybe
really
for
a
Garrett.
gift to yourself, Alex. Okay.
You
It's,
can
getting
treat
really
yourself.
meta.
yeah, I know.
I'm gifting myself, brother.
Well, why don't you go gift yourself?
You're the
mate?
Scrooge.
So the feature is going to allow our players to send other players one of 3 gift sizes.
Okay.
So we have a small, medium, and large gift box that, as the size increases, the value of what people can get from it increases as well. So your large gift box, you're going to have the opportunity for like epic and legendary skins, and then going down to the small gift box, it's cheaper and will be like maybe more flair, more titles, more avatars, emotes, that kind of thing.
And I believe we actually have a video of this process in game, what it's going to look like, and
Oh my.
how you can gift. So go ahead, you guys can.
Wow, what a
continue
background.
to talk over that. I do
Oh,
like
no,
that.
that's
really
interesting.
good.
That's
The
interesting.
remix theme. So these are obviously, like Garrett mentioned, the different sizes: 300 crystals for the Big Daddy. Then you just select somebody, I assume from your friends list, and we have our.
It's you can either gift from your friends list
Okay.
or from the post-match lobby from your most recent
Ooh.
game.
Match history.
Or
So
match-
somebody hyper carries you.
Yeah, you can give them a little gift and say,
Hey,
thanks
bro,
for the carry, that kind of thing.
Yep.
Which is kind of, it's a cool little feature.
Or if it's your friend's birthday.
Yeah.
That is dope. That is
and
awesome.
then when you open a gift, we're going to show off, this is our brand new chest opening sequence. So previously we had this presentation where it showed a 3D chest and played this fancy animation and opens it, and then, oh look, it's a tiny little 2D picture of the thing I got. That's not really cool. So we rethought that, and now we're
Stepping
doing
up
it
the
the other
game.
way. So
It's nicer now, it's
yeah,
better.
It's much better. When you open the chest, it'll display the 3D representation of the thing that you've opened with that cool animation that you just saw.
Oh, yeah.
And hopefully it feels a little bit more like you got something cool rather than as cool as it actually is, rather than just a
Shout out to
small picture.
Roland on the VFX for that.
turned out great.
Art really.
Beautiful. All the little things. That's what you guys do so well. I
Sorry,
never would
little
have thought about
things.
that. I never would have thought about redoing the chest opening animation. You guys make it better and better. First thing we want to get into in the spirit of gifting is our festive chest. And what new is inside of it, Alex?
Yeah, so a community member named The Growing Seed, I believe it's the name,
Okay.
came up with a concept 3 or 4 months ago of sock puppet emoji.
Okay.
And we thought it was
I
really
like it.
cute.
Yep.
Community liked it too.
Community
Community
loved
loved
it. There was a lot of fan art based on this community concept, which is cool to see. And we thought, well, maybe we could make another addition to our cuddly skin line.
Yep.
Following in the
Why
heels
not?
of Makoa. So I reached out to the Growing Seed yesterday to tell him that we were doing this and doing something inspired by his concept. And he didn't believe me. He thought I was trolling him and trying to steal his credit card number somehow.
Wow.
But we were able to make contact through Molly, who is apparently more trustworthy than me, and everything turned out okay. So
Well, now people
folks,
know who
man.
you are. They can see your face.
That's why he's on
that's
the
why
show.
I'm here
actually.
today. Like,
People don't know.
I'm not trying to scam you. I swear, I'm a real person.
A high-res employee will never ask you
We'll
for
never
your
ask you
password.
Hey, when I'm playing on a high-res account, I frequently just want in post-game chat want to ask people for their password just because of that. But I don't do it because anyway. So the really awesome thing about this, though, guys. This skin is going to be in the festive chest because it is the season of giving. And what we're going to do is a percentage of every chest roll in the festive chest will go to benefit Child's Play, which is an incredible charity. If you don't know about Child's Play, they give video games, toys to kids that are in pediatric hospitals in the time when they need help the most. they provide it. We've done partnerships with them around the holidays in other high-res titles like Smite before.
Yep.
Contributed large amounts of money to the charity. And we're just excited that we can help out now in Paladins too. So every festive chest roll, percentage of that will be going to Child's Play. So hopefully you guys like the skin as we're about to show it.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's take a look at Cuddly
and buy
Moji.
some festive chest to help the charity.
Beautiful. Cuddly Moji. There it is.
Aww.
And dear God.
Maybe
toy.
my favorite art in the game.
It is
I
so
don't know.
cuddly.
It's really good. It's really good.
love the
April
hand.
really killed it on this one.
Yep.
So I think one of the great things about Cuddly Makoa is his voice pack. So let's take a look and see what you guys put together for Cuddly Moji.
Mr. Snugglesworth is my best friend, and we're here to collect all the toys in the realm. Who wants to go with me? Get fluffed! What does Mr. Snugglesworth say after dessert? I'm stuffed.
Ha ha.
Deborah! Hey, play nice! Don't make me send Mr. Snugglesworth after you. We need to stitch you up, Mr. Snugglesworth. I don't want your stuffing falling out. What happened to the cat who ate a ball of yarn? She had mittens.
Oh.
Look, look, look! Everyone's watching us. Whee! This is fun. It's time to play.
Get out here and get stuffed, I guess.
My favorite thing
And that's
is-
about as vicious as it gets
It is.
in
It
terms
is.
of that voice
It's
pack.
a little. I think it's interesting. We've had two Moji skins this year, and they're kind of the
And
two
they're
polar
both dope.
opposites.
They're
great.
both so good.
But you know, the last one was very like
Yeah.
aggressive Moji, and this is so it doesn't matter what aspect of Moji you like. I think there's a skin for you
We
now,
got
which
you
is
covered.
great.
There really is.
Oh, listen to that squeak. Hit him with the squeak.
Yeah, the squeak is the best.
Yes.
I love the particle effects on this that look kind of
Yes.
like yarn coming out.
Yeah.
Fluffy yarn clouds.
If you're really quiet, you can hear every time she walks. Actually, there's a little squeak. If he walks.
It's like you get those new shoes.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
You're
perfect.
walking the
Just-
mall on the tile
it's
floor.
awesome.
Squeak,
New
squeak,
kicks.
squeak. Yeah.
The new K-Swiss down the
Yeah.
mall. I love that little horn.
It's
All
so
the noise
playful.
effects.
Yeah.
Child's Play.
All the sounds are
Child's
so
Play, nailed it.
harmonic too, really light. Well done, guys.
Yeah, our team again
Aww.
Snugglesworth.
making awesome
Oh
stuff.
man.
Okay, and then that happens. And it's like, you know, she's still at her core a little hardcore.
Just a little.
This is so much fun.
You're still at risk of being physically consumed
Yeah.
at the end of the day. But you'll be a little bit less frustrated because it was squeaky and cute.
It was cute,
Fun.
not a dragon.
And you enjoyed it.
Which one is the get fluffed comment? I need to remember
Get
that.
fluffed? I don't know. Probably like
Is
a
it a
taunt.
taunt?
Probably.
Who did your stitching?
Oh,
Oof.
Sassy.
throwing
Shade,
shade.
dude.
You've got a pouty face.
Yeah, this might be one of my favorite voice packs. It's like this and Americana are both pretty far up there.
Americana was
Can you
fantastic.
give me a hand?
Maybe it's a kill streak. It's okay. It's
Maybe.
alright. Yeah.
maybe. Love it, man. The voice pack it's very important. It's
skin's
personality.
amazing.
It's kind of it's a lot of what that character is. Absolutely love that for it. And that's in the festive chest, like you mentioned. The proceeds go to charity. So go ahead, scoop some of those up. Give your friends the gift this holiday season and some Child's Play as well. DLC Obsidian Pack. That's the next thing on our list. This includes a Obsidian Warhorse, 200 crystals, as well as 3 million Battle Pass experience.
That's a pretty horse.
Got to ride into battle looking good.
That sure is.
Yeah, so the community in some of our recent AMAs and stuff have asked for more of these DLC packs that contain some cosmetic content and some crystals and some other stuff. So
That's
this is our
sick.
first attempt at bringing this in. So yeah, this is the Obsidian Warhorse. The bundle is going to retail for $14.99 USD, and it comes with this Warhorse, 200 crystals, which are $5 by themselves, and 3 million Battle Pass experience, which would cost a decent amount. Just to give some context on that, 3 million Battle Pass experience, if you've not done any playing of your Battle Pass, will take
Okay.
you up to level 20, level 22, somewhere in that range.
A hefty bit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
quite a
it is
lot.
quite
Save
a
you
lot
some
of
time there.
experience. Save you some time if you're a busy person.
Lovely.
Yeah, So hopefully people like the new mount and like this DLC pack.
I really love that aesthetic of like all of the armored plates with the energy.
That's
like,
a beefy boy,
peeking
yeah.
through, like in the cracks between.
I was gonna say, Cassie looks a little small up on that horse.
A little
That's
tame.
That's a beefy boy coming through.
Oh, that plus the Fernando Nightmares, the blue one, might look
that's-
really
yeah,
good.
That's an
man,
awesome
yeah,
combo. It looks great.
That's pretty much where my head's always at when I see a new
Combos.
horse or new skin. Where's my combo? Where's my Skinergy, baby? That's the good stuff. So before we throw it over to Evan and Kevin for the balance section, Garrett, talk to us a little bit about the philosophy of this balance patch.
Sure, absolutely. And I want to clarify that this is also not the changes that are going to be played at HRX.
Yes.
HRX is going to be played on our 1.7, which was the previous one. But for 1.8, we are taking the first step in a series of steps of really honing in, polishing, and cleaning up our meta and our game balance state going into the next season. And the task with 1.8 is to trying to address and massage some of the concerns around recently what's creeped up and been known as the burst meta. So we've kind of taken a holistic look at all of the cast of our champions that are mostly targeted at dealing damage or dealing burst damage, and measured essentially these guys and how much damage they can do in a discrete window. And without surprise, really, oftentimes the ones that are being pointed at and complained about as, hey, this seems a little off, are generally towards the deeper end of this. So these changes that Evan and Kevin are going to run us through are pointed at reining those guys in.
Beautiful. Well, we're ready to throw it over to Evan and Kevin to dive a little bit deeper into the balance changes for this patch.
Well, thanks, guys. Welcome over to the Balance segment desk. My name's Evan. That's Kevin, or Rain Day and High Res Adonis here with you today. Hope you are all doing well. And
doing well.
As he said, man, burst meta. We're taking a look at it. It's been kind of the talk of the town. A lot of the champions that are getting adjustments here have been maybe receiving some of the ire of most of that meta existing, trying to shift things maybe downward to a little bit more of a meta instead of just a burst.
Yeah, so Garrett kind of touched on it and kind of explained kind of our philosophy going into this balance patch and moving forward a little bit. You know, over the past year, it wasn't just one thing that kind of developed what people are calling a burst meta. It was kind of multiple things and many touches over time. You know, in the last 7 to 8 months. So we kind of took a look at some of the extreme outliers, the ones that were incredibly frustrating, and where, like Garrett mentioned, that window of damage they could output was a little bit too high, and we really just took a look at those.
And actually really cool stuff here. We're going to get into it right now, so thanks for being patient with us. Androxus, first on the list. Big boy Andro. He's been doing a lot of good things in the realm lately.
He's come back
had a lot of fun with him. And you guys have to check out Abyssal Touch, that kind of play style with the dash resets. Very fun, new card. So we've seen him succeed, but right now he's seeing a little bit of a nerf or more of an adjustment to heads will roll. We're taking away the bonus of the headshot damage. So completely gone, but we're adding an extra ammo to the clip. So now it's 3 ammo that he gets from this talent instead. Walk me through the concept of this change.
Yeah, heads will roll was definitely the clear talent to take, both in win rate and pick rate. We saw at all skill levels of play.
You said a nice thing about it. It was win-win. It was basically like there's no reason not to.
There's no reason not to. Obviously, the only variance was can I hit headshots, but sometimes just having that one lucky headshot made it more efficient than the other talents that Androxus has to offer. So removing the headshot damage, again, kind of trying to remove some of those elements where the damage would allow Androxus to kill someone in under a second, especially supports and flanks. But still, we wanted him to have kind of this option, especially for players that are getting used to the revolver in Androxus as well. Having those extra 3 bullets is very important, right? He's not very forgiving. He has six bullets in his chamber or cylinder at default. So we think this will be good. And also that extra 1 ammo that we gave to him to compensate removing the headshot damage, we think is actually very important.
It is.
Because sometimes, he does a lot of damage over 500 with his shot, and having that extra bullet versus having to reload is probably going to determine a number of fights for you.
Absolutely. I'm excited for this because really historically what put that over the edge was just the ammo. Because the bonus shot's great, but you can't rely on it. The ammo was reliable, so now we're taking away the bonus, but we still have the reliability. I wonder what that will showcase. We won't see it at HRX, of course, is 1.8. Remember, that's on 1.7, so this won't affect our pros or the upcoming tournaments until next year, most likely. Let's move it on. Drogoz. This is an epic nerf. I actually don't think, at least in my memory, that this ability has ever been nerfed in the history of Drogoz being a champion.
Drogoz been a champion for
it would
a
be
long
like
time.
It would be like Dragon Punch doesn't kill you, basically. It kind of almost kills you. That's
does
basically
99% moving forward.
99%. Wouldn't that be just the worst? You just get there and you're just like, now you got to shoot him. You're stuck in the animation.
Oh.
All right, so Fire Spit getting a reduction from 1,000 damage to 900. And also, Salvo getting a touch up here, reducing the explosion radius of Salvo. What's going on here?
So Fire Spit obviously is the one with the hey, we've reduced a number to make it do less damage, but I actually believe Salvo is the most important adjustment here. So
Really?
Salvo's radius was actually extremely large.
That's right.
The explosion radius. And so we like the ability for someone to be able to detonate Fire Spit a little bit easier by committing a long cooldown ability to do so. But the explosion radius was so wide that not only would Fire Spit explode into everyone on a point, but Salvo could be, halfway across the map, and it would also hit the players on the point.
Yeah.
In addition to detonating Fire Spit. So it was a little bit too much damage that really didn't have any weakness. You couldn't spread out and just, hey, I've taken the Fire Spit, but I've avoided some of the Salvo. It was almost impossible to stop it. And so now there's a little bit more of counterplay where the Drogoz has to be a little bit more accurate with the Salvo shots, and players are going to be able to spread out a little bit more to avoid a lot of that extra damage.
And a lot of that burst comes from Combustible, which is just such a high-level talent that's being picked up because of Follow the Scent with the anti-heal, the ease of use, the effectiveness, and that kind of stuff. So will be interesting to see if this changes and maybe shifts people more towards Fusillade. This is an indirect nerf towards Reign of Terror as well, which hasn't seen a lot of love. Maybe some adjustments for that in the future. We'll have to wait and see. Victor, this is a change from God above. This is a change from the heavens.
Have you not been a
I'm
fan
almost spitting on
of
my
Victor?
microphone. I'm so happy that this is getting slightly adjusted.
Other people have to use that mic.
All you Shrapnel Victor mains, I was going to say something bad, but I'm not going to say it now.
You got something to say about him?
Have fun. Yeah, I'll be fine with you in my games now. The damage has been reduced. The damage increase no longer is existing. You still have the huge radius where it hits, but it will no longer do 950. It'll do that traditional, I believe, what, 750 damage for that grenade?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the thing about this change with Victor is a lot of the rise in shrapnel actually came from when we adjusted the bouncing physics on the grenade multiple months ago, and it kind of snuck up under the meta where players were able to be very easily accurate with Victor's grenade bounces, and that caused a lot of frustration, obviously, with Grenadier. And so we had really two options when we were looking at this, because we do believe Shrapnel was an outlier, much like Andro and Drogoz.
Yeah.
Where we could either A, hit Grenadier, so players would have to confirm more hits to reset the grenade completely, because having the back-to-back is really what made it strong.
Exactly.
But we think, again, that Paladins kind of lives and breathes by kind of the fun combinations with talents and cards you can do, and Grenadier is, kind of one of those fun play styles. Like, I can throw a grenade and then instantly get it back and then reset it and throw it again, and there's my damage outside of using my assault rifle. So we wanted to keep that play style, so we did just remove the damage to compensate for that one.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. You have to, see your opponent, go towards them maybe, and shoot them to kill them in this game instead of just throwing, your grenade and killing like 5 people in a row. It's gonna be an interesting adjustment. I know for our Victor mains there, we wish you the best of luck with that. Furia, let's talk about her. She's seen some adjustments that were more on the negative side, especially bringing her in line with some of the other support champions. Now she's getting a really nice touch-up, I think, in terms of quality of life. Everyone knows when you see a Solar Blessing Furia that beam has often gone by just like a ship in the night where you're like, if only you would have seen me. I'm out here at sea, please. Now you're going to be able to hear it.
Yeah, so Furia, when she has Solar Blessing equipped, only then her Pyre Strike will have a unique sound for her allies. How sound works in our game is we have a priority system where you obviously want to be hearing your opponent's footsteps and threats and their abilities, and you don't want to hear your Furia shooting off all her stuff, making it hard to gauge where your threats are coming from. So Pyre Strike normally doesn't have a sound for allies. So now we've just added one specifically for this talent, and it's unique as well, a little bit different from the normal Pyre Strike. So now as Furia, also, hopefully, if players are not walking into your Solar Blessing Pyre Strike, you can say, hey, put on your headset.
Put on your headset, dog. I actually really like this because these quality of life changes really mean a lot. People play off the audio cues, they play off the visual cues, but if you have both, it's going to be that much easier to hear it. It's coming out, and you say, oh, there's my Solar Blessing. Let me look around. Let me be aware of it. I like the idea that you guys added that. Great touch up for her. And in fact, we'll make that playstyle a little bit more effective, which is probably a very, very good thing for Furia mains out there. Lex, let's talk about him.
The boy.
The boy. Is that what you call him internally, the boy?
No, I just kind of
We buffing the boy?
No, we're not buffing the boy.
All right. Well,
The
you know
man.
what? We are seeing a little bit of an adjustment to the Magnums.
Yes.
You could basically call this a buff and maybe more of a range buff. We're seeing a lot of changes. Reduction in base damage, but also some increased fall-off or reduced fall-off range and some increased ammo. Talk to me about the myriad of changes going into
Yeah, so
Lex's
this is not, you could call it a buff nerf, but really it's more of a shift for us. So Lex is very interesting. There's a few characters in Paladins that are outliers in the way they play. Terminus is a prime example. Obviously, he's an axe. I have to be up close to you.
Yep.
Lex is another one of those where kind of he needs to be incredibly close to players,
Right.
but he's also has a lot of base movement speed and a lot of movement speed buffing cards. And so he was a very frustrating element to players, especially in newer player queues where he is one of our free characters. And when someone's running around you in circles at faster than movement speed and you're not maybe used to being able to flick your mouse or flick your controller as fast.
Sliding, yeah.
And auto-aiming, so
I hear that.
he was very dominant in our lower level populations. And so at a higher level, we don't really see him that much. And so we think this is actually a shift that will bring him more into the middle for both of those. For both of those groups.
Yeah.
The key here really is we reduce the damage, but we increase the range at which damage fall-off begins. So now Lex isn't going to have to be... It's the same change we did to Talus actually last patch, where Lex isn't going to have to be right next to you to actually get full damage.
Right.
He can be 20, 30, 40 more yards out. He's still a little bit inaccurate, so you're not going to be able to spam from range and be getting that extra damage. You're still going to have to be accurate with your shots. But specifically on the about 100 yards now, he'll be doing about 90% damage, where before I think he was at like 70.
Okay.
And then at 120 yards, I believe he had falled off to about 45% damage, and now he's going to be at 85.
Okay.
He's still governed by his inner accuracy because he does have a lot of spread and recoil to his weapon, so you can't.
You have to
you're
measure
gonna have
those
to
shots,
shot,
Yep.
shot. So it won't be a ton of burst, but we think this is a much healthier spot for Lex to be in.
Cha-cha, Lex in. That's all I
Cha-cha,
started.
cha-cha, cha-cha,
Cha-cha. That's
cha-cha.
all I was thinking of when you said that.
Right.
Also, In Pursuit getting a little bit of a nerf as well, dropping down by about a 90, it looks like, damage.
Yep.
Just interesting choice of number.
Little bit.
That was a math thing. You guys were like, percentage.
It was, I think, 175 a hit to 160. I was like, I like 160.
I like 160.
No. It was two things about this ability. Again, one of the frustrating elements of Lex for new players is kind of an auto-aimed ability, even though the DPS isn't that high because it's over 1.4 seconds. It could be frustrating to die to. He's also going to be inheriting. This ability inherits his damage fall off, so it will be a little bit more effective at range now. So we kind of want to bring that in line, knowing it would be more effective now.
Well, that's a good one. I mean, I think hopefully this will bring Lex into the eyes of more players, especially at a
excited for
higher
Lex,
level.
yeah.
I'm excited too.
I wanna
Not
see
in
where he
1.8
goes.
again, not in 1.7, but in 1.8. It'll be out for you guys soon. Not in the pros though for HRX. But let's talk about a champion that will be in the pros for HRX. It will be available. Currently is one of the top. I'd say top 3, maybe even higher on a lot of people's lists in terms
She's
of
up
the
there.
damage category. Willow. Willow is seeing some, I guess, reduced damage here on
Some reduced damage, a little bit less burst.
a little bit less burst, and this is a big part of the burst meta here. She
Yeah.
was obviously, you know, kind of the queen of damage heading into this last split and heading into Worlds. She is now going to see a fall off of 800 down to 500 damage on the burst of Nightshade.
Yeah, a big thing here is just we wanted to, again, address the outliers. We 100% agree. Nightshade is an outlier. It basically gives you an extra ability on a support ability. Obviously, it doesn't do much damage to begin with, so we do like that Nightshade adds a little bit more damage to an ability that normally is just kind of support or utility only.
Right.
But the 800 was just too high. So we've brought it down to 500. Should be a little bit less frustrating to play against.
Dead Zone as well. Honestly, one of the things people didn't realize is that Dead Zone lasted longer than
so-
Cauterize.
it was so
Cauterize
long.
has a 1.5 seconds timer before it falls off. Dead Zone was 2 seconds, so that's being brought down to 1 second now. So your internal ability is a little bit less effective than if you had gone Tier 3 Cauterize. Don't think we're going to see a lot of Tier 3 Cauterize Willows, but it will have a little bit of
just make sure,
effectiveness
really make
there.
sure they're not healing.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you are never.
There is
healing.
no way you're healing as long as I'm alive. I don't mind that. I don't know. Cool. That's it. All right. So, Willow, let us know what you think about it. Reduced burst. Hopefully that will ease some of the frustrations alongside the shrapnel stuff for Victor. And we also have a sniper who's getting a little bit of the
100%
hammer
damage
here.
on Eagle Eye.
Oh, yeah, exactly. You're just going to buff it by 2.
Double it.
I feel like it should
We want
one-shot tanks, one-shot Inara, basically, an early
not
guard.
tanks. Maybe like Barrack.
Okay, sure. Well, is he a tank or is he just an anomaly? I feel like Barrack is just his own.
He's a dwarf.
He's just, exactly. He's his own thing right here. Eagle Eye's actually getting a negative adjustment, as you can see on screen, 50% down to 25%. So you said this is going to be in the range of 2100, so to speak.
This was definitely a number crunch where just like, okay, we don't want supports to be one shot while coming out of base having never entered combat by Knessa.
Why? That's a great mechanic. That's a great experience.
Hey, if they've been in combat, if they've taken a little bit of damage, you're still going to be able to finish them off.
Get wrecked, dude.
You're still going to be able to one-shot flanks, but this was definitely we want to give supports time, some amount of time to react to a Knessa.
Listen, all these champions are champions I've been getting killed by in all of my casual games, and I feel
really that's not the full cast though.
It's not the full cast.
Yeah, because you get killed by literally everyone.
That's true.
Come
That's
on,
true.
Evan,
I'm just looking for a reason to explain my
all
pain.
right, I'm listening. I'm listening. I'm listening.
I'm just trying to clear my pain here. I'm trying to get it out to the world. You guys
Trying
should be
to
making help me. Yeah,
therapy.
let me vent,
This is
dude.
your therapy
I don't have a
session.
therapist. This is it. What do you think I do? Why do you think I make videos and talk to you guys? This is my therapy. Great stuff though. We do have some bugs and some quality of life changes for the bugs. This is it for basically the balance section, but we do have Kevin able to get into some things. I'm gonna bring my computer out. It's time bringing out the big boys here. There it is. This is an ad, by the way, but it's a beautiful Microsoft Surface laptop, isn't it? All right, let's get into it. It is nice, isn't it? Yeah. Thank you.
Now I want to get one.
You should. It's not an ad, but use code RAINDAY and you might get. I'm kidding. I wish. All right, assert dominance. Let's talk about Ashe. There was a little bit of a bug fix here. Fixed an issue that led to a jittery jump experience.
Yep.
Great. That's
same thing with Shatterfall here. Yeah.
Terminus as well, getting the Shatterfall adjustments. And then playing God, an issue where this card did not function. Strength of Stone, issue where that card didn't function. Those are damage. That's a damage reduction card for shooting Calamity Blast, right?
Yep.
Look at me. All right, Buck, Heroic Leap, fix an issue with a jittery leap experience as well. That has some interesting stuff. What exactly is the jittery leap fix that's happening here?
I'll be honest, I don't know.
Okay.
You weren't supposed to call me out on this one.
Okay, sorry about that. It's okay. Well, basically nobody wants a jittery leap, so if that's fixed, then
there was I talked to one of our programmers about it a little bit. I obviously didn't focus on
talk obviously didn't go well.
I didn't focus on the bug
You were
fixes.
daydreaming?
Yeah, there was
something?
just some issues where sometimes the angle you would fire at wasn't actually the angle it would follow and would kind of stutter a little bit. But I don't know the full details, unfortunately. I mean, I could have lied, right?
You could have lied. Should have lied. Now we would.
We have more bug fixes.
We would look better if you lied. I'm not going to lie. We would look better if you lied, but that's okay.
Fernando, fix an issue where
honesty.
you could not headshot Fernando from certain angles. So this was a little bit about
that was an issue.
His head collision cylinder. This one I knew about.
Now, this one was actually pretty crazy. You can go into that training lobby, and this is getting fixed, but you could actually shoot him in one location and get a headshot, and not move your cursor and not get a headshot. So this has changed. You may not have noticed this, but this is actually a great fix that just a little while ago we were discovering over there in our playtest. Grover, Efflorescence. This talent now properly doubles the passive healing from Blossom on Grover without the need to die first.
Yep, that was you just needed to die first.
Was this happening?
Yeah, it was happening. It was definitely happening. It's fixed now. Don't worry, guys. If you didn't know about it, don't worry about it. Don't ever quote me on that. I'm going to get memed real hard on that quote.
If you don't know about it, don't worry about it.
I've made a mistake.
Kevin Meyer.
I've made a mistake.
2018.
Can we continue?
You don't know about it, don't worry about it.
That one's went great, and now it's just
That's like something your parents would say to a kid who walks in at the wrong time. You don't know about it, don't worry about it, son.
Knessa, quick scope. Fix an issue where this card was granting less of a benefit than intended.
What was this benefit? Gotcha. Okay. Less of a benefit. I gotcha. All right, we're bringing it back here.
Yep.
All right, that's cool. So zoom in speed's getting there. Leon, presence fix, were an issue that was not counting as a weapon attack. So that wasn't applying like Cauterize.
Yep.
Basically. That's cool. So that'll apply Cauterize and Wrecker. Very nice. It is technically like the most ability-oriented like part of her kit, but basically Leon is just everything counts as a weapon.
Everything is a weapon.
Well, now does Enlightenment count as a weapon attack? Because if that's not, then you gotta. I'm gonna have some conversations.
It should.
I don't think it does, but it might. We'll see.
Look into it.
Who needs it? That ability has enough on it. Never mind. What am I doing? Talking about buffing Enlightenment? Okay, Snake Toss here. Fix an issue that caused an incorrect icon to display for Snake Toss in the death recap screen.
Yeah, it was just some default icon for forever ago.
My experience.
How did you manage to
I don't know how I played Paladins with that going on.
We have so much. We gotta run through
Fix
these.
a systematic issue where sound will stop playing after the first time for audio. Okay, that's something that's known. Bots are now properly rewarded creds for assists. Maps, Jaguar Falls. Fix some collision issues with cliffside rock formation that that allow players to clip into the map. And you know what? In Vogel, I saw you do it. I know you got that win against me, but I saw you hide in that little spot. And I'm going on record saying that you are a cheater. All right, I'm taking that off the record. That was off the record. I'm not trying to accuse our pro. But he did it, and I was like,
you can't be calling people out.
Thank you for fixing this because he doesn't need any more help.
Marauder's
That's all I'm trying to say.
Fixed a collision issue in the spawn room that caused players to get stuck. Fixed a collision issue with the map's combat space that caused Talos to get stuck while using his ultimate.
A lot of collision issues on certain maps, Jaguar Falls and Marauder Support specifically. Match queues as well. First win of the day rewards enabled on training maps. And some UI fixes as well, notably some champion UI things showing the portraits of champions in rotation are now colored even if they aren't owned. Champions are displayed as if they're owned. And a match lobby adjustments as well, healing values for MVP. In my opinion, we should kind of just say that these exist here and we can check them out on the patch notes. Do you think we've covered this enough? Or there's any other big one that you want?
I think we've got everything.
I think we have.
Scoreboard.
Scoreboard.
Players can now
Great.
unmute teammates in a match with a mute button. There you go. You can unmute people.
Great. All right, so scoreboard fixes. As you guys can see, we have a ton of balance fixes and bugs. It's one of the initiatives of 2018.
Yep.
I'm sure will be one of the initiatives of 2019. Long, laborious lists like this of great work being done to make your quality of life experience in Paladins better. So we took the time. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We're going to send it back to the desk because we still got a lot of good stuff happening here. Thanks so much for listening. Head back to Nick.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah, man.
Welcome back,
The
guys.
Eagle Eye nerf. Somewhere there's a Vox just singing the praises of the high heavens. Finally, he got what he
He's on a
wanted.
plane right now. So.
Yep.
Well,
When he lands,
closer to God. When he lands, he's gonna he's gonna figure it out, and he's gonna love it, guys. The next thing that we're gonna go ahead and get into is the Remix Battle Pass.
Oh, yeah.
Big, juicy, fresh piece of content for you guys. First, we want to get into the intro, Garrett. How much does it cost? General length, yada yada. All
Absolutely.
The
So
good
you're gonna be
nitty-gritty.
you're gonna be progressing on this battle pass about the same rate as you were previously.
Okay.
And we wanted to kind of step things up a bit. We
Sure.
decided, normally we give out
As you do.
some epic skins in our battle passes. Like you pay 600 crystals and you play and you unlock these guys and girls. They're legendary now.
All of them?
All?
Yeah.
Not just the end goal?
All of the character skins.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we made a mistake.
You done goofed.
Some may say that, but when they see them, I think they're gonna be very impressed.
Yes.
So,
And-
600 crystals,
Yes.
just like before,
Same
no price
price.
change. It's the last battle pass of the year, so we felt let's make it special.
So you do know how to gift to other people. Look at
I
that.
do. All I do is give. It's quite possibly some of the best skins we've done, guys. And I can't wait to show you.
And it says
Yeah,
here, new
they're awesome.
EDM tech. Thunderbrush, what is this new EDM tech? What are the kids
So-
talking about when
so
they
as
say
you're
it in
gonna
my
see-
chat?
All the EDMs. Basically, we're playing up a new kind of treatment on our visual effects.
Okay.
Pretty similar to Rave May, for instance. So we have these awesome music tracks that match with the character. So the sort of intensity of the effect will kind of go up and down to kind of match the beat and the rhythm of the audio as it goes
It's so cool.
It's
Awesome.
really awesome.
So, new EDM tech for, I don't know, maybe some new EDM skins. The first one that you're going to unlock on purchase of the Battle Pass, so your 600 crystals immediately gets you Remix Strix. This guy comes with a lot of cool stuff, including, but not limited to, that new EDM tech where he will have, I guess, his own music track that he bumps
Yes.
out to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, man.
Take a look at this guy. Boom!
There he
Look at that
is,
guy.
Looking
Sick
Oh my
card
God, he's
art.
classy too.
Oh, yeah.
Super classy.
He's gonna look good doing it.
Gotta look dapper on the dance floor.
He just mad at all the
Damn.
TVs.
I love
He just
that,
doesn't like
actually.
TVs.
This may be one of my favorite pieces of splash art, other than the emoji.
You want to make it in this business? Then you gotta listen to me.
Oh.
I just like to draw
Pump up
attention
the
to
jam.
the subwoofers.
Yeah, no
Why
kidding.
can't DJs play pool? 'Cause they always scratch. LOL. I'm gonna remix your face. Pass me the aux cord. You won't regret it. Your mixtape is trash. My sound is on another level. I'll sample your track for free. It's great exposure.
Great exposure.
Oh god.
That's dope, man.
Wearing the suit and all.
Looking all
On
dapper.
the new horsey as well. Nice combo. But yeah, he's looking real slick in that two piece. Okay, let's just take a moment to look at that gun.
A constant state of wub.
Dude,
Yeah, constant.
wubbing all the time. That's actually how it generates the power to fire the shots. is those subwoofers just okay? We don't have a.
Yeah,
there we go.
so,
There's the US.
yeah, one quick note, guys. So this build that we're showing today is a couple days old.
Yes.
So there are still a couple sound issues here. There's a couple visual issues with the skins. We are aware of those, and they will be fixed before they go live.
Yeah.
Don't view this as the final project. We just wanted to give you guys an early look at it here.
Yep.
Little sneak peek, if you will. I mean, look at that. The scope looks awesome. The jokes are awesome. I thought I was going to be the only one with DJ jokes up here today, and of course, Strix is not fully kitted.
Let's take a little peek at that sidearm, though.
I love that, man. Whip it out. Whip out the pistol. Yeah.
There you go.
My man's running like white knuckle
give it a
9,
second.
dude. That was quick.
You notice the rear screen in idle?
Yeah.
Little owl LED
there
on the
he
back there.
goes.
Hit the reload too. Watch these VFX builds. Go, 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 go. Like right in. I love that effect.
Ooh. It's the little things.
It
It's the
is,
little
it
things that
is.
get you going. I love the flare. Beautiful stuff here so far. Flashbang those Cassies. Oh, I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Stealth VFX looking real good on the edge of the screen there.
Yeah. No, this.
Yeah.
Everything is so
Great.
pristine and crisp. As if someone like.
With her whole EDM theme, we really wanted to add something new that players haven't seen for at least quite a while.
Yeah. It's. Oh.
And
it's
again,
so
the
good.
lifeblood of any good skin, man. That voice pack is on point. Beautiful insults there. Awesome voice lines there. Remix Strix. And just to remind you guys, this is for purchasing your initial journey into the paid track on the Battle Pass. You get this right out of the gate. All the cool stuff that it comes with. But that's not all. Like you mentioned, every skin along the way is legendary as well. Let's get on to the next one that you will be unlocking at level 10. It is Remix Ceres.
Yes.
And I need to give it a quick disclaimer here. It says, the following beat has been classified as a banger. So just everyone,
Just beware.
please.
Just know.
Yeah, no, this is a dope take on our Dark Abyssal support in the realm.
She's like the rave girl, you know. You see her at the rave. You know, Alyssa used to be
I
the rave
am
girl. Did you guys know that?
optimized for this performance. Warning, the following beat has been classified as a banger. Why are
There it
androids
is.
angry so often? People keep pushing our buttons.
Got it.
Ha, ha, ha. I would challenge you to a battle of wits, but I see you are unarmed. If you become lightheaded from the dancing, feel free to pass out. Why was the robot so tired when it finally got home? It had a hard drive. Huzzah! Celebration mode activated. Please insert applause file here.
Dude.
You know, the Battle of Wits, I laughed at it, but it took me like a 0.75 seconds.
And then you realized you
and
were
then I
the-
was like, ha ha ha. Oh.
And then because you didn't get it, you felt like it was making fun of you.
I felt personally
Yeah, me
attacked.
too.
But she did give me a disclaimer.
Yeah,
that
she
it was,
did.
you know, she was going to be dropping some bangers, dropping some heat. Sarah's looking good, man. I love that little the
Yeah, she came out
Android
great.
style. We're going to take a quick look at this one in game, but before we get there, I mean, she's got like the Maeve coattail action going on, all
Yeah.
the levels, everything's tracked, everything's
All the
looking
audio
good, man.
levels.
I love it.
And this might be a good point to talk about the weapons too, how
Yes.
they can be interchanged, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna save it for the next one.
Okay, fine. You can
Yeah,
wait.
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my god.
We got cool stuff coming. Just
Yes.
wait.
But so like on her coattails there, right,
Yeah.
was a really good example of the technology, and we touched on it earlier. But for those that don't know, each of these skins has its own track, and those kind of emissives and lights that run up the cloak and also synchronize all the other kind of emissives on the body actually do so in sync with their specific unique beat. It's not something that's just on a loop, right? That goes.
Right.
So depending on how the track is playing, will actually modulate the lights accordingly. It's really, really cool.
Yeah.
And each of these skins that we've shown you and are going to still show you has its own unique music track that was actually, and some people found this out actually on Reddit yesterday. So hats off to you guys. Their unique tracks are actually meant to be layered on top of each other. They're all the
Yes.
same BPM, and they harmonize to make a combined track. So it's really cool.
Wow.
I couldn't
look
believe
at that.
Reddit had figured it out. That
They
was
were
so
real
awesome.
quick. We thought we were crafty. Nope.
Nope.
You can't outsmart
Never doubt Reddit.
the data mine. Oh, look at
There
that.
she goes.
Oh yeah. So that's a roaming emote
New
you
roaming
get in
emote,
the
yeah.
battle pass where she's just fist bumping along to that, that
awesome.
light.
Yeah.
Yep.
The little
So
disco
much
ball
fun.
up there too.
Her in-hand VFX are beautiful too. We can get some of that. Wub 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 wub.
Oh man.
So good.
Yeah.
And, those roaming emotes are really great for the supports that often have to be on point duty or payload pushers, and they just,
really
they can
valuable.
have a little fun in the background by themselves while they're doing their thing.
No, I hadn't heard the sound yet, and that reload just made me real happy. It was like,
Let's hear it one more time. I actually didn't get to hear it.
Typing in some codes here,
Free
guys.
cache in some classes
Yep.
so that we may spawn them safely.
You rock.
Oh, it doesn't like that.
Ooh, there's like a one meaty wub on the detonate. Very nice. Very nice.
She's like,
Let's see the shadow travel.
downloading health back into her orb there. I like it.
Oh my. Okay.
Mixing it up, DJ.
You're gonna heal them and like amp them up. Turn up. Ooh. No, go to 1P. Go to 1P. Go to 1P.
That was so cool, though.
Look at that arm.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Yeah, again,
That's gorgeous.
Roland and the VFX
I
team
like the
really
little
brought it to
bubbles
life.
like that are like, I don't know why I latched onto that immediately, but there's like a little bubble like
Hey, taking notes. Nick likes bubbles.
Nick
All right.
likes bubbles. Easily entertained.
Hashtag.
Unarmed in the battle of wits. All that good stuff. See, that's what happens when you don't pre-cache the class, am I right? Then you
Also,
just get the
there's a
invisible.
death stamp there.
Yeah.
That
our
is a
new
preview
disc.
for some of our other things to come.
Just don't stare at it.
Throw it.
Drop the bass, brother.
Bub, 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 bub.
I love it.
Everyone has to magnetize to the disco ball.
And like Alex mentioned, not everything is quite finalized on these skins, but we figured it was better to show you something, at least, that we had up until this point, rather than show you nothing. She's got, looks like her emotes, most of her VFX and stuff like that, but I'm sure there's a voice pack on the
Killer.
way.
Yep.
Killer.
Because all of these skins are legendary. They have all the bells, all the whistles.
Everything.
We're giving you all we got, Captain. Essentially, on these bad boys.
Yeah.
So, this next one is very special, and it is called Remix Pepper. Alex, I'm going to let you just kind of talk about this new skin.
Sure. So, so we've had this kind of ongoing question for a long time, like, how do we introduce a couple new characters to the realm, right? What would another Vulpin look like, maybe, right? And we came up with the concept of maybe through a skin we could introduce a new take, a new character that just has that same move set. So with this skin, Remix Pepper, as you can see in this art here.
Look at Pip's face. Dude.
Yeah.
He's just pog champing in the corner.
So one of Pip's alchemical experiments has gone wrong, and he has opened a portal to an alternate universe where we have another Vulpin who has
Not a bad play by the looks of it.
Yeah.
right? And so we've introduced this new character, Pepper. It's if you're a Smash player, think of it kind of like an Echo
an Echo,
fighter,
definitely.
right?
Yep.
You won't be able to have both a Pip and a Pepper on the same team. It is a skin for the Pip character, but we're thinking of her as a separate character.
She is their own character.
And we also do a call out to that in the UI when you play her. When you play as Pepper, your portrait will change, unlike any other skin in the game, to kind of reinforce the fact that this is Pepper.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
So, I mean, gameplay-wise, exactly the same, just a
Same
different
kit.
personality, same
Yes.
kit, just a different look about her. Miss Pepper, bringing it in. I love that. Pip and Pepper. Let's take a listen to the voice pack, though. My favorite part of any of our great skins here. Gives it the personality.
Time to let down your hair and have some fun.
Oh my gosh, look at that gun.
Feel the burn. Let's get this party started. Don't let a DJ wash your dishes. You know they're gonna drop it. Watch your booty. The party don't stop. I'm gonna dance across all your dumb faces.
Wow.
Toxic.
Get in the groove. Boop. I'm gonna bust your beats. Trust me, you can't handle this. Ha ha!
I mean, damn, Thunderbrush, there's a lot going on
Yes.
visually on
A
this
ton.
skin. There is a ton.
Yes. She was definitely a really big, really challenging skin. We went through several iterations in particular on the gun. We really wanted to play up.
You put Pac-Man on the gun. You put the game in the game.
It wasn't Pac-Man. She's from another universe. They don't have Pac-Man.
Yeah.
We really wanted to play up that she's a DJ that also likes video games, who's also an entirely new character, as all the things. All the
I love it. The toxic gamer.
I think she
coming in.
even
Toxic
she has the most of the emissives and the VFX than any of the other
Yes.
skins.
I think
By
so.
a
Yeah.
From head to toe, like the fully like light up soles on her shoes too.
Yeah, the
they were pretty
shoes, the
sick.
pants,
Yeah.
the
Yes.
headphones, the gun. I'm like, everything is moving all at the same time. Let's head in
time.
game and take a little bit of a closer look at Miss Pepper, because she has a whole lot going on. Looking real good on Splitstone Quarry on that Obsidian Warhorse. But man, you're not kidding. So same gameplay, guys. Here, just the Echo Fighter of
Ooh,
Pip.
I like that fire too. Very nice. Very
Even
even.
the fire echoes, man.
Yeah.
Great stuff here. Look at that. It's all in the tail, all in the pants, the shoes, the gun. Look at that. I love that.
That's the first time I heard that
chip
sound
tune,
effect. That's
yeah,
good.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
so
Great.
Attaboy, Noah.
I love the little sparklies
Yeah.
coming off her headphones.
She brings in that just touch of sort of the chiptunes flavor.
Yeah. Is that what that's called? Like
Yes.
that, like, you know, like old
Retro.
school retro.
Yeah.
Oh, look at it go across. Very nice, guys.
I love it, man.
So
The weapon
great.
inspect, looking good. Let's take a look at like some healing potions, some stuff like that.
Ooh, the echo and the
Yeah.
healing
Man.
potion.
So great.
Noah and the boys, they out here.
It's so simple. Oh.
And they're all like kind of different. They
Yeah.
have like a little bit of like a different point in time.
Yeah, so as I understand it, Noah, our sound designer, composed this kind of full-length track for each of the characters, and then each of their ability sounds is kind of a segment from that track that's been isolated.
Wow.
So it makes sure that it goes with the song. So a lot of work went into these.
You're right. They're all unique. Like Garrett mentioned earlier.
He's got to show the ult at some point here, though, because
What do they
Have we
turn
done
into?
fire yet?
Can we
Oh,
just take
okay,
guesses?
not that.
what do they turn into? What would Pepper turn her enemies into? Is it like little versions of the?
Why don't we find out?
Of that little walker guy?
Let's make this interesting.
Oh no!
There's a
Yes,
little pepper
dude.
hat. You can see it.
Groupies, essentially.
Oh, I didn't even see
Little
the
pepper
little
groupies.
graphic on the back.
Let's make this interesting.
Oh, the crowd cheering too?
Yeah.
Nice touch.
Dude, even the chicken spins out.
Yeah.
I mean, even the chicken has like VFX stuff
I
going
didn't
on
know
on
the
its
chicken
jacket.
had VFX on it. That's
got it.
amazing. Well, yeah, yeah, you got it. Well done, guys.
My goodness. A
No,
lot
I'm
of stuff
incredibly
going
proud
on
of this
there.
one.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, Pepper's a big achievement for
With
us.
sweet little Miss Pepper. A lot of trails being blazed on that skin for sure, but she is not even the end of the line. You guys kind of started to mention the VFX or the new EDM type, like so when you switch these skins out, or you'll
Yeah.
still get a little flavor of it.
I did.
Yeah.
Okay, so this
Were
is
you,
what we
were you a
hinting
bad
at
boy? Were you not
before.
supposed to do that yet?
No, that's perfect. It's
No.
perfect segue because the next one we're gonna show.
I can't
kinda-
imagine any other skin
Yeah, yeah,
has more
yeah.
VFX than what we just saw.
So for these EDM skins specifically, and also Rave Maeve's blades,
Yeah.
when you have the weapon skins equipped on your character, but do not have the EDM skin, the
Right,
body skin
body.
equipped, you're gonna get an added bonus. So what those weapons are gonna do for you is actually modify the existing emissive and VFX layers on the body skins, like even if it's not the EDM skin. So what that means, for example, would be if I had the Rave Maeve weapons equipped, and I was
Sure.
also wearing like the Demonette Maeve, her like demon coattail wings would like pulse
Yeah.
and emit to the beat of the music from
Wow.
the in-hands. And the effect is also present on the next skin we're going to talk about too.
And this is the final one on your paid battle pass track. It's Remix Genos, unlocked at level 50, which is the end of the paid track there. So we'll go ahead and take a look at that bad boy
There he is.
right
Looking
there.
Awesome.
Oh,
Genos
yeah.
is so cool, man.
What a
character.
pose.
Yeah.
That's so dope.
Let's take a listen to what Remix Genos has to say.
Y'all ready to get this party started? One day you'll be famous once I finish my diss track. What's up? Jam to this. You're hot fire, like my mixtape. Hey, baby, just bob to the beat. You know, it's true. What can I say? Sometimes I forget what DJ stands for. Dank jams, dope jigs, dat genos.
Dak Genos.
Dropping mics, dropping bodies.
This one's a very different flavor, different
Hey,
personality.
appreciate you. Y'all have been a wonderful audience.
Very well tempered normally. You know, he's got his demon personality in there, and now he's, you know, he's got his party style, man. Is that his first name, Dak Genos, or like what is that?
No, it's just Dat Genos. He
Dak
clearly
Genos.
saw it.
I thought he said
That's
Dak. Anyway, awesome stuff there from Mr. Genos. So he says the mixtape is fire. Pepper says it's trash. I don't know. I don't know who's right in this one.
I'd go with Pepper on this.
4, 3,
There he is in
2,
game
1.
in all of his glory.
Yeah, that synthesizer, like equalizer bar on. And the
Whoa.
emote. Well chosen. Well chosen.
So cool.
Well played. So we're getting a little taste of the sort of the extra goodies. A couple of roving emotes in there. A couple of emotes. A little death stamp action. A lot of good stuff packed in this battle pass. This guy's got a lot going on for sure as well.
Very nice. And just to reiterate, so if you have that weapon equipped with the Oni Genos skin from Siege of Ascension Peak, like all of his like kind of tribally fire tats that run on the demon's arm will actually glow and fade in sync with the music from the weapon. So there's you just has compounding value with this skin. It's insane.
Genos is a great guy to have his own music track because you can just stay in Stellar Winds forever and always.
That animation of the Scorpion, if you didn't get it, is incredible. The Scorpion is dropping the beat and doing some scratching.
You're right.
So
That's
awesome.
actually hilarious. Let him know, son. Let him know. I love it. I'm gonna go ahead and spawn a little friendly Cassie action. Get her healed up. Get her topped up to full. Get the music playing once again.
And for gameplay reasons, we keep the icon above players that Genos heals the same on every skin.
Fair enough. Oof.
Well
That's
done,
that. Is
Genos.
that little death stamp down there?
That is that little death
That
stamp.
is
Yep.
the death stamp.
Bop bop. All right, line him up.
Step into the light and perish.
I love like the little ramp
I
up.
love
of,
that
like,
too.
Yep. Nice.
To the light and perish.
Drops the beat.
You know,
Kneel.
it's bittersweet that Noah didn't go for that like meme bass boosted, just like over the top, just spitting in your headset when he fired that laser.
People have to play our games.
That is true. You know, you
gotta be
can't
enjoyable.
overload them. That's awesome. That is the fourth and final remix skin along the paid track.
Yeah, so this time we did 4 champion skins instead of 3
right.
skins in a mount, as we've done in our past
Yeah.
battle passes. You know, from talking to players, it seemed like the champion skins were what they liked the most, so we decided to try it this time.
Sure.
Next one might have a mount again, but this is just another experiment for us, so hopefully you guys like it.
Beautiful. Give us some feedback. Let us know your thoughts on all that great stuff. So what else can you get in the Battle Pass? We saw a couple of these, you know, nice little things along the way. So if you are on the free track specifically, if you have not bought in, we do have a couple of little extras in there for you.
That's right. So some of the avatars you can get are actually the final avatars from the community set that we sourced from you guys last year. Do you want to? What were their names from the artists so we can
I
give them
believe
a
it's
shout?
Meki
Meki.
and
Meki and
Rubini.
Meki and Rubini, thank you guys for submitting these avatars. Now everyone is
They
going to
were
be able to enjoy them. And I think specifically, this is kind of like the Mave, right? And then I don't remember what the second. Oh, was it the Mal-Damba snake?
Your emotes?
Snack.
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 Okay, Alyssa is shouting
Yes,
snacks. so I
Alyssa
think-
is shouting
yeah,
snack. So it's the cute Mave and the snack avatar that you guys can finally get in the free track of the Battle Pass.
Awesome. Free track, you get a couple of little extras. If you are along the premium track, you've bought into the Battle Pass, we do have extras for you, some of which you've already seen, but we do have some great emotes along the way for Pip, Dredge, as well as Saris. I believe we already saw the Saris one. We have a couple of extras in there for you that we can probably hop in and take a look at,
Oh,
as
here's
well
the
as
here's
There's
one right here.
Dredge.
the Dredge one. There it is.
Breaking it down just as an undead pirate would.
I love it. I love that background, too. What is that?
Yeah, so I believe that's the background in game for
Yes.
this battle pass.
Yes.
So
No
when you go to
way.
the battle pass
Yeah.
page, you'll
That's
see that.
sick.
So the entire client's going to kind of be reskinned in this theme with the background.
There it
background.
is. Fist pumping, jamming out Saris. That looks good. It's kind of funny to have on any of those skins at
Yeah.
that point. I like it. I like it. A lot of mileage to be gained on this one. This is one of those roaming ones. And again, the supports, man. Perfect for these. That looks like You want to have Pepper equipped.
We
for that
really
emote.
wanted to make one mostly for Pepper, even though Pip can use it.
You know, Pip can strut his stuff too
He can get a
anytime he
little sassy.
wants. You know, no judgments here at the round table. We're gonna go into the MVP pose, which I believe Moji's got one. Looking good. Looking good. Look at that, gobbling up the treat down there in the bottom.
With the cuddly skin.
Yeah. That's on point. You just
Think
want
of
to
the
cuddle.
Skinergy, guys.
The Skinergy is very, very important.
Oh man,
the
yeah.
Strix.
This one with the
So much attitude.
remake skin too is quite nice.
Yes.
Actually, he's even holding his flashbang there, which you rarely get to see.
Yeah.
That was a nice little animation, little movement though in the MVP pose. I like this.
This
I
is a
like where this
legendary
is
MVP.
headed.
And this con one's great.
This con one is pretty dope too.
That's pretty sick. Just the offensive lineman down there.
And he does the commander's grab style.
Yeah, baby.
It's so awesome.
Oh man, Hut Hike. He needs a football skin or something, dude. That just gave me that idea right there. Big shoulder pads. I don't know. This guy looks like he could have thrown the pigskin a quarter mile clear across the mountains back in his day.
Coach would have put him in.
Coach would have just put him in that fourth quarter. He'd have gone to state.
Oh, okay. So this is
man.
a spray that we've got, and it's very animated and cool.
Yes. This is our animated spray.
And there was
And
that
death
death stamp. You got to see a couple of times along the way. Again, this is all the premium track extras. So the things you will get along the way to those 4 great legendary skins, all jam-packed in there.
This is a 3D spray as well, so you can pop this out just in world and kind of project this Paladins disco ball.
That's actually
brilliant
sick.
light right over
Party
your head.
on.
And I think we skipped to one of the things that our community's been asking for a lot is new music packs for the game.
Yes.
Yes.
And for this Battle Pass, there is a EDM music pack themed to the remix
Beautiful.
songs that you hear here.
You got it.
Awesome. Is this set? This is separate from the individual tracks that all the champion skins have going along them. I can't wait to hear them all layered together. I'm gonna be
they're really
excited.
cool.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make a
super
custom
awesome.
game and we'll pack it up with some great stuff. But that's not all for the Battle Pass. You have your free track, you have your premium track, and then if you buy into the Battle Pass and you get through all of it, we have something called an encore track for you. It's very appropriately named, I think. Garrett, tell us a little bit about this.
So we wanted to challenge you guys because with our last Battle Pass, we saw that a lot of players completed it pretty quickly. And we liked that they completed it very quickly. But we're like, we can do more. We can do more. So what we've done is given you an option, if you'd like to, after you complete the Battle Pass once, then we have what is the Encore track for our premium Battle Passers. Basically, you can go through and then grind, like you can replay the Battle Pass again, re-get all of your currency rewards, and at the end of it, we have a special limited edition version of the remix Strix, which we actually called the Redux Strix.
Okay, awesome. Let's take a look at this bad boy.
Looking awesome.
Yeah.
Blacked out, looking dark as night in this one. That's actually sick.
If the white suit wasn't quite your style,
Yeah.
you can,
We got you covered.
you can take the black.
You can
one.
mix and match too. You can take your white gun with your, your black suit,
Precisely.
or vice versa.
Yeah.
The realm is yours. You know, it is yours to do with.
I bring the beat.
Yes, you do, sir.
We're going to the top of the charts.
Love it.
Yep. It's,
That looks awesome. So that you go through all the way again. You got to get to level 50 once more. And
it's
you can,
another.
You said
It's
you can
another
get your currency
set of 50.
rewards again.
Yeah,
too,
yeah,
which
yeah.
is
So
cool.
it's another 50 levels that you will be kind of rewarded along the way, and that guy's at the final
And
unlock.
I believe there's a new set of challenges too that's just for the Encore track, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Awesome. So completely. For those of you that are really up to rise and grind through it all, and then do it all again. That's what you will be rewarded with. That's an awesome little look there at the Remix Battle Pass, guys. We got a couple little things before we go that we want to mention. In the esports realm, which is my domain, on next week, starting on Monday, we have our placement round, which is kind of the cool lead up with all of the bottom PPL teams, the bottom 3 PPL teams from both regions, as well as a whole slew of guys from the PGS all across the world. They're competing for the placements, so the final 4 spots that are still up for grabs. We already have 4 teams qualified out to play in the HRX finals at DreamHack, which is the 16th through the 18th. If you haven't got tickets already, HiresExpo.com is the place to be. That is going to be starting again next Monday. Those placements will begin. And now we have something called High Res Presents. Alex, what is that?
Yeah, so I'm thrilled to announce this to you guys today. So if you guys remember last year, we opened up High Res Expo with a keynote address. And this year we have an even more compressed schedule than we had last year. It's 3 days instead of 4. that we're trying to get everything fit in. So we still want to start out the HRX the right way, though, and make all of these announcements that we have for the coming year. So if you want to hear about what we have planned for 2019, and if I were you, I wouldn't miss it, we're going to be doing a 30-minute show at the start of HRX, 10:30 on the Friday of HRX, the 16th. From 10:30 to 11. Hi-Res is going to run through all of our games. Amazing announcements for everything. Some Hi-Res wide announcements, some Paladin-specific announcements. Alyssa's even making some announcements.
Yeah,
so,
all right.
So it's really going to be great, and I hope that everybody enjoys it. So please tune in 10:30 on the Friday of HRX and get started right.
Awesome.
And we actually have another reason for you to tune into HRX.
Do we now?
Yes, I can make the smooth transitions like I've done this before. We've shown you a lot of skins today. But we actually have one more skin.
Why not?
Because why not, right?
Why not?
We thought it would be cool to make something special to commemorate this HRX, and that we would give to you for free just for watching HRX.
Sounds good to me, Alex.
Yeah, so
I can do that.
If you tune into the HRX live segment from November 16th to 18th on Mixer, we will be dropping this skin. And I'm really excited. It is not going to be a random drop, which everybody hates. We've heard your complaints about randomness. We're trying to get to that. So with this skin, if you watch for 14 hours during HRX weekend, you'll get the skin.
Okay.
It's that easy. You have to link your Mixer account to your Hi-Res account, watch for 14 hours, you get the skin. And if you and here it is. This is Cold Snap
Fury, baby. All together now. Look at that.
This sword is so dope.
Yeah, she looks awesome.
We'll give that a quick little turnaround while you
Blue blade.
continue to talk about this. So link this bad boy up and watch away.
Yeah, just watch HRX, enjoy it. 14 hours, you get the skin. If you are busy that weekend, can't watch for 14 hours, we also are giving DreamHack Maeve to anyone who watches for 7 hours. So just by watching HRX, you're going to get DreamHack Maeve and Cold Snap Furia, this awesome skin, and also some esports chests that can contain other skins. So
there you go.
Lots of free stuff. Just enjoy HRX, enjoy Hi-Res Presents, and if you've never watched before, it's a really awesome time.
I definitely second that. It's the most glorious time of the year, especially for us here at the studio. A lot of hard work sort of leads up to this moment. So we appreciate you guys watching and supporting along with us. I did forget one little thing. We do have the new Battle Pass website updated for the new Battle Pass, I believe. So go ahead and check that out. And our last thing before we go, Hi-Res has teamed up with an organization called Gamers.vote.
Yes. So if you are an American, we've talked about a lot of dates today, but one of the most important dates to remember is November 6th. November 6th is Election Day. And we encourage everyone, please go out and vote.
Please.
As you may or may not know, probably not, because this is the first time I've been on this show. Before I got into marketing, I was actually a newspaper reporter and editor, and I covered politics. And it didn't matter who was. It was a very tough gig. It didn't matter who was running, what the issues were. There was always one constant, and that's that young people don't vote in America. The last midterm election, there was a 21% voter turnout for people aged 18 to 29. If you want to have a say in the future of this country, whether you love the way it's going or you hate it, you have to vote. And if you don't vote, you don't get a say. So please, vote on November 6th or before November 6th. Go to gamers.vote if you need more information on how to vote, and take part in the democracy that we live in.
Beautiful, guys. Thank you so much for joining us for the 1.8 Remix Showcase. Thank you guys all for joining me. It's been a lot of fun, a lot of great content coming at you. Thank you so much again, and we will see you all next time.